Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining us for the Hire Vet 2021 Virtual Job Fair event series. Today, we will be hearing from 6 employers hiring for positions across multiple industries. Each presenter will speak for approximately 5 minutes to give you some information about their company, and will highlight the job openings they currently have. After presentations have concluded, we will then be transitioning into small group discussions with employers. Small group discussions will be held as one continuous 30-minute session, and you will be able to move freely from room to room. Today's session is being recorded and will be made available on the Illinois workNet YouTube channel for you to refer to later. Now, we will be hearing an opening statement from IDES Director Kristen Richards.
Hello, my name is Kristen Richards, and I am the Acting Director of the Illinois Department of Employment Security. On behalf of Governor Pritzker, the Department of Commerce and Economic Opportunity, and participating employers, we want to welcome you to the Hire Vets 2021 Virtual Job Fair. The COVID-19 pandemic has forced all of us to adapt to changing circumstances. This virtual event is part of that process change. Although I cannot thank and welcome you in person, please know that we are all here together in spirit. And this event is just one of the many ways we work to support our nation's heroes. The Hire Vets 2021 Job Fair is part of the Get Hired initiative that Governor Pritzker launched in response to the COVID-19 pandemic. Illinois' workforce partners have held over 160 events statewide, with over 11,000 job seekers in attendance. Events have ranged from single employer recruitment opportunities to larger events with Fortune 500 companies. We know firsthand the value a veteran brings to an employer's team. Veterans bring mission-driven stability and dedication to companies who are fortunate enough to hire them. For this event, we have brought together 47 employers offering 962 employment opportunities across the state. This virtual series will provide veteran job seekers with one-on-one access to these employers, allowing job seekers to ask questions and giving those company representatives the opportunity to provide details about their open positions. In addition, veterans will have access to virtual programs designed specifically to enhance their ability to secure a career. Please take advantage of this and join a virtual group. My hope is that this event helps connect you with the career opportunity you have been searching for. Thank you, and welcome to the Hire Vets 2021 Virtual Job Fair.
Excellent. Well, one thing that I did want to draw your attention to today is the screen right here. And you should have received information on this if you did pre-register for the event today. But what you see on your screen here is just a suggestion that you download the most recent version of Zoom client for meetings. You can do so at zoom.us/download. The reason that we ask you to do so is so that you're able to utilize all of the breakout rooms features that Zoom has to offer, kind of chiefly being the ability to move freely from room to room throughout the breakout room session. So if you have not downloaded that most recent version of Zoom client meetings for downloaded, we would advise you to go ahead and do so. You more than likely will have to leave the session to be able to do so, but that's okay. I will be monitoring the waiting room. So if you have to leave to download that, just rejoin using the same link that you used to get on initially, and I'll be sure to let you back into the session. With that stated, what we're going to go ahead and do now is go into our Jvsg presentation. That will cover some of the services that IDES has to offer for the veteran community. So I do have Heather slated to present that presentation. Heather, are you available?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
I can. You can begin whenever you're ready.
Okay. So I'm here just to give you guys an overview of what our vet staff is and the qualifications we all carry and how we are able to assist you when you come and work with us. So next slide, please. You could probably, yeah, we can. Oh, so there are two positions within the veteran staff. One is the Veterans Career Coach, also referred to as a Devop. The other is Veterans Business Specialist, which is referred to as the Lever. And we'll go into what each of those positions do on the next slide. So in order to be hired on as the veteran staff, the state requires that each staff member has knowledge, skills, and mental development equivalent to 4 years of college, with their focus being in social and behavioral sciences, business administration, or marketing. Each staff member has has served in the military and was discharged with anything other than a dishonorable discharge. Preference is given to veterans who have a VA service-connected disability, just to try and further connect us with the veteran population that we are servicing. And within 18 months of being hired onto these positions, we are required to go to the National Veterans Training Institute and complete core competency courses to further assist those that we are working with. Next slide, please. So the Devop duties, there are several that we do, but the main categories focus on providing individualized career services to all veterans, self-attesting to one or more significant barriers to employment. We conduct outreach activities at community and faith-based organizations and veteran service organizations, just to better be involved with the community and service those that we are working with. We partner with the Veterans Business Specialist, or Lever, to refer job-ready veterans for job development. And veterans with significant barriers to employment are also able to receive assistance from All American Job Center programs, so that you are not just limited to what the veteran staff can assist you with. Next slide. The Lever duties include promoting to employers, employer associations, and business groups the advantages of hiring veterans. They advocate for all veterans to be served by the AJC with business, industry, and other community-based organizations. They facilitate employment, training, and placement services furnished to veterans, and they may work directly with any AJC partner staff to assist with developing a job for a veteran. Next slide. Oh, and that's it. So do you guys have any questions about what the veteran staff does within the AJC?
I don't believe we have any.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't believe we have any questions, at least as of yet, Heather. So thank you for that presentation. And again, just want to reiterate for the folks that might have joined the session a little bit late, we are recording the session. So if there's any information that you need to refer back to, whether it be this presentation or any of the subsequent presentations that will follow with our employers on the line, do check the Illinois WorkNet YouTube channel, more specifically the virtual job fairs playlist within 48 hours of this event. The recording will be posted there. And again, you'll be able to review all the information that is being covered here today. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for that presentation, Heather. And for folks, if you do have questions for Heather, if you can throw those into the chat, that would be fantastic, and we'll be sure to get a response for you. Next up, we're going to have a WorkNet Veterans Assistance Guide overview, just a real short video here that will show you some of the veterans related resources that we do have currently available on Illinois WorkNet.
Are you a veteran looking for work support and additional services? The Illinois WorkNet Veteran Assistance Guide has you covered. So let's go over how to get to the guide and see what's included. From the WorkNet homepage, which you can access by visiting illinoisworknet.com, scroll down to the Guides and Tools section and select the icon for Veteran Assistance Guide. In selecting this guide, it'll take you to a new page, and we'll show you how to navigate through the guide. You can select the arrows here to navigate through the slides, or you can select the hamburger menu in the middle and click on the entry you are interested in. And all of our guides on WorkNet begin with an overview slide that lets you know what all is included. On this first slide, we have links to the Service Finder, which is a directory you can search to find local organizations to assist you with career and work support services. And we also have a couple of searches, the Career, Wages, and Trends and Demand Occupation Search, which you can use to explore careers, their expected wages, job growth, and much more. And going to the next slide, we have an article that links to connecting to benefits and services. And this article encourages you to contact your local Veteran Service Officer, or VSO. And VSOs provide free assistance to veterans when applying for benefits at a state and federal level. They can also provide you with resources on permits, transportation, education and training, and employment options. So be sure to access the link here and contact your VSO. This article also includes links for more information about health benefits, pension benefits, disability compensation, life insurance, and home loan benefits. And going back to the guide, our next article that we're going to take a look at is translating your skills. So you learned a bunch of skills in the armed forces, and now you need to take a look at how the skills you learned there can apply to other jobs and career opportunities. And within this article, there's a link to a website where you can enter your military occupational classification, or MOC code, to identify your military skills, search for titles and job descriptions from the MOC, and keep track of all this information using a military to civilian skills worksheet. This article also includes references to other Illinois WorkNet tools worth looking into, such as the Job Skills Guide that covers basic skills all employers want in employees, the Careers, Wages, and Trends and Demand Occupations tools that we just mentioned earlier, training programs in Illinois, and more. So the next article we're going to take a look at is the Preparing and Searching for a Job After the Military. So it's best to have a plan when searching for jobs, and this article includes several helpful resources and things to consider, such as using resume sample templates, an action verb list you can use to boost your resume, how to write an elevator speech, different outlets to find job listings online and off, marketing your skills, and more. And going back to the guide here, the next article we're going to take a look at is Veteran Assistance Resources in Illinois. The IDVA, or the Illinois Department of Veterans Affairs, focuses on helping veterans and their families by providing guidance on resources and services locally, statewide, and federally. You can visit their website to learn more, from job and entrepreneur opportunities to housing assistance and more. IDES, or the Illinois Department of Employment Services, also helps veterans with job searches, unemployment insurance, tax credits, adjusting to civilian life, and more. Next, we have the Illinois Department of Human Services, the Department of Rehabilitation Services, which includes a listing of services, resources, and contact information for those needing assistance with disabilities. Additionally, this article includes several online veteran job searches that you can look through. And returning to the guide, we have a few more slides on organizations and websites that we just covered, such as the Illinois Department of Veterans Affairs, the IDES Veteran Services page, and IDHS's Rehabilitation Services. So get started today with the Veteran Assistance Guide on Illinois WorkNet. And as a reminder, we cover a new and different feature of Illinois WorkNet for job seekers, employers, and our workforce partners every Wednesday at 1 p.m. See you next time.
Excellent. Well, without further ado, we're going to go ahead now and dive into our employer panel portion of the presentation here. The first employer that I do have slated to present is Dot Foods. Galen, are you available to present?
Yes, I am. Thank you for allowing me the opportunity to present about Dot Foods to this group and to the veterans on the line. Thank you for your service. So my name is Galen Ryan. I am the corporate warehouse recruiting manager for Dot Foods. So I oversee the warehouse recruitment for Dot company wide. And so we'll kind of go through who we are, where we are, and the options that we have. So who we are. So Dot Foods, we're a privately owned company. We were founded in 1960 by Robert Tracy and Dorothy Tracy in Mount Sterling, Illinois. And so Dorothy's nickname was Dot, and that's why we are Dot Foods. The company was named after her. And so we are still owned by the Tracy family, and we still operate in Mount Sterling, Illinois, where our headquarters is. Next slide, please. So where we are, so we have 12 distribution centers across the country. We're headquartered in Mount Sterling, Illinois, and then we have a sales office in Chesterfield, Missouri, right outside of St. Louis. We also have terminals where you see those orange triangles throughout the country as well. And terminals are kind of jumping off points for our drivers and how we ship product across the country. So our mission statement is to significantly contribute to the success of our business partners. And so what that means is our business model, what DOT does, is we're a food redistributor. So we don't produce anything. What we do is we are able to take full truckloads, take on the cost of warehousing that in order to provide less than truckloads to our customers. So for instance, if you're a mom and pop restaurant and you don't need a truckload of French fries, you want a half a truckload of French fries every other week, or whatever the case, we're able to provide that service to you. And right now with, you see on the news with supply chain issues, right now the demand for our service is greatly increasing. And so we continue to be a growth company. So the opportunities that we have available, warehouse and operations, transportation and logistics, those are our two top needs in the business right now. So within warehouse, we have everything from warehouse floor, order selecting, picking product and building pallets ready for shipment, to shift manager, shift leadership, manager level position in our operations. Transportation side, anywhere from drivers. Drivers is a big need. If anyone's interested or has ever thought about becoming a driver, wanted to pursue getting their CDL, if you don't currently have a CDL, that's something that we could potentially help with as well. There's other roles in logistics as well. So, route planning, logistics managers, transportation managers. We have other business segments as well. So you'll see sales and business development, accounting and finance, IT, customer service, replenishment and purchasing, quality, garage and maintenance. So we do all of our maintenance on our vehicles in-house, all of our maintenance on our buildings and grounds in-house as much as we can. Marketing, human resources, and internships. So whatever your interest is, we have available opportunities there. So some benefits offered at DOT. We have a pretty robust benefit package. So we offer health insurance. So we have 3 plans to choose from there. So whatever would meet your needs. 2 of those plans, you would be able to enroll in an HSA or a health savings account with those plans. We offer dental, vision, 401k, life insurance at 1 times your salary. You can purchase supplemental life insurance as well for pretty small prices there. Disability, short-term disability, long-term disability. And then we have a lot of what I call, a la carte options. If you want prepaid legal or identity theft protection or whatever benefit meets your personal needs, there's an offering there at DOT. So our benefit package is about $22,000 annually worth of benefits that we provide. We also provide several employee resources groups at DOT. So you can see here, there's one specifically for veterans. It's called VERGE, the Veterans Employee Resources Group. And what these do is they plan events both at DOT or within the community, community outreach programs. It's a great way to get involved and at DOT without necessarily kind of stepping out of work, kind of work within work, outside of work. But it's also a great opportunity for folks to get talk about, past experiences, or just kind of have a community that understand each other. So we do have several employee resources groups that are available. So lastly, if you're interested at DOT, so we have two avenues in which you can kind of look at our opportunities. So I'll start with the drivefor.com. This is specifically to driving opportunities only. You can go to that website, or you can contact Renee Reberchek at her email address is there, and then her phone number as well. All of the other opportunities outside of driving, you can find at .foodscareers.com. You can go to that website and look everything that we have available. You can also contact myself or Brooke Fosdick as well.
Excellent. Fantastic. Thank you for that presentation, Galen. And for the folks that just joined the session, just want you all to be aware, all of our employers who are presenting here today are planning to stick around for our breakout rooms, a portion of the event, during which time you'll be able to meet with them, ask them any questions that you do have, perhaps spark up a conversation that might lead to your next job opportunity. So do plan to stick around for that portion of the event. Thank you so much, Galen. Our next presenter is going to be the Illinois Department of Corrections. Brittany, are you available to present?
I am available. Thank you.
Absolutely.
So welcome everyone today, and thank you for your time. Also, thank you for your service for those that are veterans that have joined us. The Illinois Department of Corrections, our director is Robert Jeffries, and our mission is to serve justice, increasing public safety in the state, promoting offender behavior by our reentry programs, reducing recidivism, and we oversee the adult incarcerated individuals at almost 30 locations statewide. So we have a lot of opportunity. Next slide, please. So with that being said, every square, circle, triangle, and diamond on the state, on the map, is one of our facilities, whether that be maximum, minimum, medium, one of our work release centers, a life reentry skill center, or a treatment center. We have various facilities across the state that are very different from one another, with each one being different in the needs and the population. We have a very large variety of positions available at many of the locations statewide to fulfill the needs that that facility has specifically. So some of our entry-level positions that require a high school diploma or GED is our most notable would be the corrections officer. So those positions start at $45,000 a year. They top out at almost $60,000 a year. That is without overtime. We have accountant positions. The most notable entry position is the accountant clerk. We also have office associates, office administrators, and this is just a limited list of titles that we have that are entry-level positions. But we certainly do have a variety each facility. We have many titles that require 2 years of college, a license, or a certification. Again, with our accounting positions, we have account techs, office coordinators, registered nurses, and food supervisors. Our nursing positions are available second most commonly to our officer positions. So we have officer vacancies that we fill on a regular basis at many of the facilities statewide. And our nursing positions, we have at some of the 30 locations statewide. We do contract through another company called Wexford to fill a lot of our healthcare positions, but we do have many facilities that have a need for nurses. So that is one of our most common sought after vacancies. Food supervisors is probably the third. And again, these require either a two-year degree, certification, or license with experience usually. And then we have some advanced positions that we hire for. Corrections treatment officer that is located in Joliet. That's probably one of our newest positions that's available. Our facility in Joliet has been running for approximately 5 years now. Our treatment officers at that facility, their job duties and their role is very similar to the corrections officer at other facilities. However, they are required to have a bachelor's degree in that they need experience and education and background in either criminal justice, social work, or mental health title. And that is because the treatment center is geared towards those with severe mental illness issues. So they are housed there. They're given programming in the hopes that they return to the facility that they came from, or they are released back into society, having gone through extensive therapy and treatment beforehand. So we do require those officers in that security role to come in with a bachelor's degree. We are expanding a hospital in the Joliet area at this facility. Starting next year, we will be opening up. We are hiring for 80 of these treatment officers at the beginning of next year. So if that is something that you're interested in, please see me in the breakout session. I would love to go into more detail about that with you. We have many health professional positions throughout the state: social workers, educators, accountants, supervisors, and public service administrators, as well as warden positions that become available sporadically throughout the state every year. So some of our benefits that you obtain while working with our agency from day one would be your health, vision, and dental. We also have a life insurance policy at 100% of your salary. The benefit time that we give our staff is 3 personal business days a year, 10 vacation days, and those increase over time served, and 12 sick days per year. Those sick days do carry over. You earn 1 a month. Those carry over every year when you don't use those. And then we also have programs similar to what the other state agencies have to offer. The most notable is the Upper Mobility Program. So this allows for advancement in targeted job titles throughout our agency and other state agencies. So whether that is taking proficiency tests to be deemed qualified, or that's gaining an education in specific areas, there's a tuition assistance allowed for these programs as well. And you'll see at the bottom of the screen here, we have calculated what the salary with our Social Security benefits, insurance, and retirement look like for an officer at step 1. So for this year, when we factor in all of the benefits that our staff receive, it equals $108,000 when you add that to their salary. So quite a large benefit when you look at it from that aspect. And how to apply. So any of our positions that are not officer positions, you would visit work.illinois.gov. You are going to search under more options for corrections as the selected agency. You can then create a profile with your preferences, education, experience, and also create alerts. So if you get on this website today and you do not see something that fits your preferences with your education experience, maybe your work location, you can always create an alert, which is really nice because then they will send you emails based on your preferences when positions are posted under your specific choices. So you don't have to get back on there and search every day or every other day or even once a week. You will be notified with an email when they do post new positions under your selected options. The application process for each of those positions may differ, so you're going to want to follow the directions on that specific posting to apply. For our officer positions, so that is both our correctional officer and our treatment officer positions, you would visit www.illinois.gov/IDOC. You're going to select the careers, training academy, and then the application button. So there you will fill out a short application that will put you into our system to be invited for a screening. And those screenings are meant to select individuals for hire at various locations throughout the state. So no matter where you take your exam and your testing, you can still put any of the counties as a choice, an option for you to be hired for that we have throughout the state. That screening includes a reading comprehension, which is a multiple choice exam, a report writing, exercise, physical agility test, and an interview. That all happens in one day. And that is how we select individuals to be hired throughout our many locations. So thank you. I look forward to seeing you in the breakout session.
Excellent. Thank you so much for that presentation, Brittany. And again, just want to reiterate for the folks that just joined, if you do have any questions for our presenters today, please reserve them to the breakout rooms portion of the event, where you'll be able to meet with these employers, ask the questions that you do have, and again, hopefully, create a connection that leads you to your next job opportunity. So thank you so much, Brittany. Our next presenter today will be the Memorial Health System. I do believe we have Jessica here to present. Jessica, are you available?
Yes, I am.
Excellent. You can begin whenever you're ready.
Perfect. Thank you. And thank you everyone for the opportunity to speak with you this afternoon. As Dana indicated, I am with Memorial Health, and I am the System Director of Talent Acquisition. So I am charged with filling all of the workforce needs across our many affiliates. Slide, please. And so many of you have probably heard and seen us, most recently seen a lot about Memorial Health as we recently changed our brand. But even though our name slightly changed, our mission and our purpose in the communities that we serve remains the same. It's to improve the lives and build stronger communities through better health. Now, before I dive into a little bit more about Memorial, I think too, the opportunity to participate in this event was very near and dear to my heart. Like the other presenters have articulated, I do want to thank all of the veterans that are participating for their service. But also as a veteran myself, I feel very passionate about being able to help all of you really find, the right job and a good fit for you in the communities where you live. Myself, I've been with Memorial for more than 14 years. And actually didn't come here right after I was discharged from the military, but obviously, it's been a great experience for me. And so Memorial Health has 8 affiliates that serve more than 40 counties. We do have 5 hospitals that are designated here. And we also have a number of locations within our ambulatory network that serve these communities as well. Slide, please. Now, for all of our affiliates, regardless of where you might work, the benefits are relatively standard. And so we offer medical, dental, and vision, as well as a program called Memorial Choice. And for any of you that are interested in learning more about that, I'd love to be able to talk to you about the benefit that offers. We also offer flexible spending accounts. We do have up to a 3% 401k employer match that starts the day that you begin with us. We offer life insurance up to 5 times of your annual salary, as well as a plethora of voluntary benefits, supplemental life insurance, identity theft protection, accident and injury insurance. So a number of different benefits in that voluntary category, as well as employee assistance and wellness programs. We offer counseling services, financial counseling services, and also colleagues have an opportunity to participate in our Health for Life program on an annual basis that helps you really set goals to improve your physical, mental, and financial well-being. From a career standpoint, I've been, like I said, I've been with Memorial for 14 years. It always intrigues me that people, when you talk about a healthcare organization, they think that only clinical folks can work there. I am a great example. I do not provide patient care, but I do hire individuals that do that. In addition to those direct patient care positions, we also have a number of jobs available within our behavioral health arm. Some of those positions really, require very little additional education. We have clerical and administrative roles in our laboratory, as well as in our pharmacy and other ancillary service areas, as well as support services. So things like security guards, housekeeping, etc. So I encourage everyone not to automatically think that you have to have a bachelor's degree or, extended years of experience in a hospital setting to come work with us. We have a number of opportunities that fit and meet all different levels of experience and interest. As far as our hiring process, it's very simple. You can visit our website. That's jobs.memorial.health. And you can browse all of our current openings on that site and very easily either complete our online application or upload your resume. From there, a member of my team will reach out to you regarding the next steps in the process, conduct a phone interview, and subsequently get you in touch with a manager over the position that you're interested in. And finally, just ensuring that we have you good and ready to start. One thing of note is that we do offer weekly start dates. That's something, one of the positives that came out of the pandemic that is sticking around. So we have availability to start colleagues on a weekly basis. And there are some pre-employment requirements, but the appointments all take place in a singular location to make it easier for our applicants. And it's a very, very smooth process. So I look forward to speaking with any of you that are interested in the breakout rooms, and thank you for your time.
Excellent. Thank you so much for that presentation, Jessica. And for the folks that did just join, please plan to stick around for our breakout rooms portion of the event, where you'll be able to meet with all of these employers and ask them any questions that you do have. Thank you so much, Jessica. Our next presenter today will be the University of Illinois. Bobby and/or Renija, are you available to present?
We sure are. Thank you so much. My name is Bobby Clegg. I am an HR coordinator from the University of Illinois with primary responsibility over administrative and professional areas.
And I am Renija Turner. I am a human resource representative, and I service Bobby in the clerical area.
So the University of Illinois is in Urbana-Champaign. We're located right in the middle of the heartland here. And one of the things that we like to do to honor our veterans is that we do have the ability with our civil service points, whenever we do have exams for the different titles, is that we are able to offer additional points based on the paperwork you're able to submit with a DD 214. So qualified veterans seeking employment with the state are entitled to those. You just have to submit those at the time, and you can receive 3, 5 to 10 points to help you with your chances for different titles. Next slide. Some of the areas that we cover for civil service would be administrative, and that would be your office workers, the people that are helping with policy, your reception, your front desk, your back end. We also have skilled trades, and that includes things like carpenter, plumber, steam and power plants. We have a lot of different areas for that. Service includes things like building service worker. We also include police officer titles in that area. And professional technical can be things like business administrative associate and information technology. We also do have other sections underneath the employment services umbrella here at the U of I. Extra Help is our internal temp agency, where if departments on campus have an emergent need for people to come in and do what they need to do, we're able to provide those individuals. In addition to that, we do have faculty on campus, as well as academic professional and academic hourly titles.
So when looking for positions, you can go to our website where our job board is housed at jobs.illinois.edu. There are going to be 2 areas that we are focusing on with those today. So that first tab will be the all positions, and then the second tab will be the learn more. Next slide, please. So currently, we do have a few postings that we have on our open and continuous list. As you can see there, we do have our veterinarian technician, our waiter and waitress, food service chef, STEAM and Power Plant 3 and 4, and then our childcare promotional line. So we have childcare assistant, childcare development associate, the childcare development supervisor. There is one thing that I would like to note for those. There are educational pieces that are required for those by the state of Illinois. So if that is something that you are interested in, please do make sure that you please make note of that as well. And then we also have our information technology technical associate posted as well. Next slide, please.
So in addition to those titles that were listed, please don't feel that those are all the titles. We have about 900 different titles here on our campus. So if there is an area of interest, there's a chance that we may have something that will suit you. So one of the ways that you can keep track of that is that we do have a listserv available. The best way for you to know about the different opportunities that we have here on campus is to sign up here for the listserv. And that will give you notification to the new job postings as they come in, sometimes the same day that we find out about them. So you'll be right on the cutting edge. I am including the link to that in the chat so that you have that available. Next slide, please. Now, this is kind of an overview of the different benefits that we have available here at the University of Illinois. We do have free COVID testing here available to you at several different sites. Holidays, we have, I think last count, I counted about a dozen different holidays that you are gifted. You are given a minimum of 12 vacation days per year and 12 sick days per year. You're also given 2 floating holidays that would have to be used by June 30th, and then we give you 2 new ones July 1st. So we always have that in rotation. Health, dental, vision, any insurance that you select, you are able to use day one. You don't have to wait 30, 60, 90 days. You get to use that right away. And as you can see here, we have other things like life insurance, disability, pension. We have different benefits throughout the community with discounts for cars, cell phones, free MTD busing, and the list goes on for that. So we do have a lot of things ready and available here for you here at the U of I.
And then lastly, if you are looking to apply, as I mentioned before, you can go to our website at jobs.illinois.edu. And on that website as well, under the Learn More, that is where the jobs listserv is listed. And then just to learn more about the university and employment, you can check out our human resources website listed as well. Next slide, please. And then, as stated before, if you do have any questions, feel free to join us in our breakout room or give us a call, and our number is listed there as well. Thank you.
Fantastic. Thank you to you both for that presentation. And again, if you do have any questions for the folks over at the U of I regarding any open positions that they have available or any other just general inquiries that you might have, please plan to join their breakout room and ask them any of the questions that you do have. Thank you both for presenting. Our next presenter today will be AT&T, and I do have both Ro and Joseph on the line. Are either of you available to present?
Yes, I'm here. Can you guys?
Yes, we are here.
Excellent. You can begin whenever you're ready.
All right. Good afternoon, everybody. First of all, my name is Joseph Kim. I'm a talent attraction manager at AT&T. First, I want to say thank you for everybody who's participating in this event, and thank you for giving the opportunity to talk about retail sales consulting and field sales representatives and careers. And I understand that our time is very valuable, so we're going to go straight dive to our agenda. Next slide, please. Our agenda for today, we're going to, number one, we're going to talk about learn why AT&T is a great place to work. Number two, career opportunity. Number three, job application process. Next, what's the next process? And then lastly, we're going to, any question Q&A, we're going to go talk about in a small break session. And next, who we are. Our mission is very simple: inspire human progress through the power of the communication and entertainment. And our vision is we want to lead the world in the communication technology by harnessing the power of our network, people, community to enrich life through the meaningful connection. And next slide, I'm going to pass over to Ro. He's going to talk about our value and our benefit. Go ahead, Ro.
Thanks, Joseph. Hello, my name is Ronald Mcpheal, and I'm also a talent attraction manager with AT&T. And as you can see here on this slide, AT&T has many values at our company. I'm not going to read through all of them, but the first three definitely hits home: live true, think big, and pursue excellence. Next slide, please. Next is talking about total rewards. We cover some of our biggest needs with some of the coolest offerings. That's why we're a pretty great place to work. One of the great attributes of working here at AT&T are the excellent full benefits that the company offers its employees, including our part-time employees. Our basic and fringe benefits include standard health insurance, such as medical, dental, and vision, life insurance, tuition reimbursement, flexible spending accounts, of course, a 401k plan, leave of absence, adoption services, paid time off, and of course, discounts on AT&T's products and services. And as we just discussed, the ability to be part of the employee resource groups. The company is committed to developing the workforce through various training and development platforms that support both our personal and professional growth. One example is AT&T University, which is designed to create leaders at every level of our business. Also, learning opportunities include e-learning, virtual, and traditional classroom training. As you learn and succeed, you'll be eligible for new opportunities and financial rewards. Next slide, please. Up now to discuss our career opportunities in retail and field sales are Will Barker and Jamie Barrett.
Hey everybody, my name is Will Barker. I'm currently a store manager at our LaGrange location. So I just wanted to talk about the retail sales consultant position a little bit. That is actually what I started out as. It's what a lot of people in my position started out as. And while that position may start as a non-management level position, there is definitely opportunity to grow, which is one of the most exciting things about working for AT&T. There is a ton of opportunity for growth to go in many different directions. As you know, as you're with the company, you find out the endless possibilities. Obviously, it is a retail position, so you're working with customers and you know, building a rapport with customers, working with people within those interactions. As far as compensation, there is salary and commission. As being a sales position, it's heavily driven by commission, so it makes it a lot of fun. No single day is the same. And the training for that position is usually 3 weeks or so. It's heavily involved, obviously virtual right now. You know, and you go through courses with a trainer, and then you work with your leadership to make sure you're prepared for that position.
Jamie, are you there?
Hey, good afternoon, guys. My name is Jaime. I am the area manager actually for the field sales representative position. If we can back up one slide for a second. So I'm just going to talk to you really quickly about the field sales representative. It is a management level position. Essentially, you're assigned daily appointments in specific areas or territories. You do get a company vehicle, like that young lady has down on the picture there, and you do get a gas card, so no expenses are incurred there. The vehicle is also garaged by you, so it goes home with you. The position itself does offer salary and commission. Some of our representatives are seeing an average of 60K plus, which is completely uncapped. And then you do get the initial training, which is virtual, about 2 to 3 weeks from the day you start. Next slide, please. So I'm not going to read all of these, but essentially, a positive attitude is most certainly what we're looking for, adaptable mindset, and then really the desire to help customers find different solutions, in addition to providing excellent service. Next slide, please. And I'm going to go ahead and just talk about the job application process on the next slide. There are 2 different positions that you can apply for. So Will has the retail sales consultant. There is a link there specifically for that position. And then the field sales representative position is also listed there. There is a QR code that you can use for your cell phone. And just kind of like Joseph talked about, the application itself is going to be available for you, depending on the position that you apply for or choose to apply for. The interview, and then there is an assessment associated with each one. That's all we got. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much to the AT&T team for presenting here today. And of course, as I've been stating throughout the webinar, if you do have any questions for that team, feel free to stick around for the breakout rooms portion of the event where you'll be able to meet with those folks and ask any questions that you do have. Our final presenter today is going to be OSF Healthcare. Dawn, are you available to present?
I am. Thank you very much. Good afternoon. Thank you for your service to all the candidates out there and letting me share some information about OSF Healthcare. I'm Dawn Allen and part of the HR and OD team here at OSF Healthcare. You can go on to the next slide, please. OSF Healthcare is a Catholic ministry founded by the Sisters of the Third Order of St. Francis. Our mission remains the same as when we were founded in 1877, to serve with the greatest care and love. We've grown to almost 24,000 mission partners across mostly Illinois. We have approximately 147 locations. If you go on to the next slide, we do have 14 of those locations in Illinois. We do have 1 location in Escanaba, Michigan. Our southernmost hospital is in Alton. Nope, you can go ahead to the next one. I'll talk a little bit about some non-clinical opportunities as well as 2 clinical opportunities that we have high demand for right now. First off is our cooks. Cooks are necessary, of course, to keep our hospitals going and have our hours that range from early morning to early evening. We do have 2 shifts from 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. start time, depending on the location, and they typically end around 8 p.m. If you go on to slide 5, we also have a non-clinical environmental services tech position. These positions are responsible for keeping the building clean and safe for our patients, our staff, and our visitors. Our team, we ask that our tech team have the flexibility to change as the environment changes. We do have to pivot throughout the day based on our patient needs. So that's one of the requirements that we do have for that staff. Other than that, it is really just a high school diploma or GED is preferred in order to be one of our environmental services technicians. Next slide, our clinical opportunities. One of them is our clinical lab tech. Our clinical lab techs follow protocols for lab testing, including quality control, maintenance, and equipment. Our lab tech positions also have various shifts that we ask. They are required to have an associate's degree in clinical lab and also complete some certification exams. If you move on to the next slide, we also have a lot of nursing positions available for registered nurses, as well as the LPN. Our nurses are really responsible for taking care of our patients. We have a variety of different settings for nursing, including primary care, ICU, emergency services, occupational services. We also have some paramedic positions open as well. You must be registered within Illinois, or if you are going to the Michigan location, we ask that you be registered in Michigan as well. If you move on to the next slide, our benefits, we do offer, similar to the other organizations, comprehensive medical, dental, and prescription, paid time off. We do have a very good 401k with 100% match of the first 5% of the salary. So it does match dollar for dollar up to 5%. We also offer tuition reimbursement, as well as a lot of other voluntary supplemental, including additional life insurance, long-term disability, critical illness, accident insurance. Go ahead to the next slide. How to apply. We do offer all of our locations on osfcareers.org. It is searchable, and we ask that you go ahead and filter and just see what opportunities there are available. We don't necessarily just have those 4 positions. We do have a variety of positions open right now in a lot of our different locations. Those range from client solutions consultants, innovation engineers, so any variety of different disciplines and careers are available on our website. And finally, we do ask, when you are looking at and applying, look over the application pretty critically. Look at the job requirements for the position and ensure that you're eligible for those positions. Include any relevant work history and be accurate. We do see occasionally information that's not complete on the applications where we're missing start date or end date for various positions. Also grammar and punctuation. We like to remind everyone that applies to make sure that they just read over their application and make sure it's accurate. I'm looking forward to working with all of you and look forward to meeting you in the chat rooms.
Excellent. Thank you so much for that presentation, Dawn. And with the conclusion of Dawn's presentation, we have actually reached the end of all of our employer presentations. So we're going to go ahead and delve right into the breakout rooms overview and kind of instructional how-to, if you will, before we go ahead and open those rooms up. So if you were here at the beginning of the session, this slide should be familiar to you. Just a final reminder here, if you don't have the most recent version of Zoom Client for Meetings downloaded, you may not be able to utilize all of the breakout rooms features that Zoom currently has to offer. One of the main kind of features would be moving freely room to room while the session is taking place. So again, if you do have to leave the session to download this, we'll monitor the waiting room to allow you back in if need be. The next slide here you'll see is a pretty important one, especially for folks who are new to this platform. As you'll see there, the first screenshot is a toolbar that is provided here in Zoom. One thing to note here, both of these screenshots that I took were off of my laptop. So if you're operating off a laptop or desktop, these instructions will be applicable to you. If you are joining the session via mobile device, so that includes obviously tablets, cell phones, something similar, you may not see this icon when I open up the breakout rooms. You may have to click a More tab, such as the one off to the right-hand side here. When you click that, there should be a window or a drop-down menu, excuse me, that pops up, and there'll be an option to select breakout rooms. You'll click on that. Then what will come up is the second screenshot that you see here, which will have a complete listing of all the employers that we have available to join. You'll see here off to the right-hand side, the circle that says join, obviously. You'll click that and you will be able to join the room. To be able to move freely from room to room, all you'll do is rinse and repeat for whatever device you're using. So if you're using, again, a laptop or desktop, you'll just click that breakout rooms icon. It'll open up the window. You'll then select the next employer you want to meet with. Again, if you're joining mobile device, you'll click the More tab, breakout rooms, then you'll click join for the next employer that you'd like to meet with. Final note here, if you're having additional technical difficulties trying to join any of the breakout rooms. I can manually assign you to any of the employers that you'd like to go to. The only thing that you'll have to be aware of is in order to meet with another employer, you'll have to leave that breakout room and return to the main session. Drop the next employer that you'd like to meet with in the chat, and then I'll have to assign you to that room. So again, kind of a tedious process. That's why we ask that you have that additional add-on downloaded if possible. Before we delve in further here, I just want to let folks know what employers we have on the line again today. Just as a reminder, we have Dot Foods, the Illinois Department of Corrections, Memorial Health, University of Illinois, AT&T, and OSF Healthcare. So any of those employers, if they are of interest to you, please don't hesitate again to either join the room or let me know that you'd like to meet with them if you're having technical difficulties. Brief overview here. Again, each employer will be assigned to their designated breakout room. We'll also have a member of the IDES planning team in each room for basic troubleshooting. There will be one 30-minute session taking place. Again, one of the big features is the ability to move freely throughout all employer rooms. And you will be able to, as you see here in the last sentence, unmute yourself when you've entered a breakout room. You'll also be able to turn on your camera. Final slide here before we open up the breakout rooms. Again, just be mindful of an employer's time. Once you've asked your question, received your response, please mute yourself and allow other fellow job seekers the same opportunity. You can share your video and camera, but please keep it respectful and professional, and just be aware that everyone's able to see you and whatever it is that you're doing. So again, just be mindful of that. If you don't abide by those rules and opt to be, as you see here, disruptive or inconsiderate, you will be issued a verbal warning. If you choose to disregard that warning, we can place you permanently on mute. In the event that that happens, you will still be able to ask questions in the chat, but you will no longer have priority status. The employer will then respond as time permits. If you choose to use the chat to cause further disruption, we do have the ability to eject you from the session if need be. Again, if you are ejected for whatever reason, you will not be permitted re-entry. So just wanted you all to be aware of some of those ground rules before we go ahead and open up the session here. A few more things to note. There will be a countdown timer in the upper right-hand corner letting you know how much time is left in the session when you're in the room. We do have a countdown timer set to 60 seconds. So once we've reached that final minute in the session, there will be a 60-second countdown timer. After that has elapsed, you will be redirected back here to our main session. I will be sharing one additional resource with you before we close out the session, and I kind of give you all an idea of what the next steps will be. So do plan to stick around for that. Without further ado, we'll go ahead and open up these rooms. And again, if you are a job seeker and have any difficulty with the instructions that I'll put right back here on the screen, let me know and I will assign you to a room. And those rooms are now open. Welcome back, folks. Does look like we have a majority of everyone back here in the main room now. One final resource that I would like to cover for folks real quick before we kind of wrap up today's session here. As you'll see on your screen, we do have the State of Illinois jobs portal, if you will. How you can go ahead and find this is if you type into your search engine, State of Illinois jobs, work for Illinois, or workillinois.gov. It'll direct you to this page. Again, if you scroll down here, about halfway down the page, you'll see this tab that says job opportunities or open vacancies. You click on that, it'll take you to this landing page here. And today, what we really want to direct your attention to will be this tab over here, all the way on the right-hand side. You'll see it says view all jobs. If you click on that, you'll see currently the state has 708 jobs currently available. You can narrow your search, as you see here, by keyword. You can also narrow it by location. And if you click show more options here, you can also narrow it by agency, also job function as well. You can also search by postal code, as you see there as well. So again, along with our kind of private and public sector partners who presented today, we just wanted to let prospective job seekers know that these opportunities also exist as well and where to find them. With that stated, I want to go ahead and kind of provide you all with a few next steps here before we round out the session. As I've been stating since the beginning, we have recorded the session and it will be uploaded to the Illinois WorkNet YouTube channel within 48 hours of the session here today. For the employers who are on the line, for the folks that did register for the job fair today, we do have a follow-up report that will be sent out to you. It will have contact information as well as basic demographical information that you can use to follow up with any prospective job seekers that you would like. And with that, I'd like to, of course, give a big thank you to the employers who joined us here today and carved time out of their schedules to meet with us. Huge shout out as well to the job seekers and the presumably veterans who are on the call as well. Thank you all for your service. Thank you everybody for joining us today, and we hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care, everybody.